Good morning, everyone. I'm sitting in the outdoor training area. It's a beautiful sunny day, and I've just been pulling some weeds out of the garden along the side of it. And I was thinking I would send everyone who competed in the tournament a message, and all the people who helped out. We had close on 100. We had 98 competitors in the tournament come along and compete, and there was 14 people helping out who just came along just for the running of the event. So that was fantastic. Both the number of competitors, the number of helpers was fantastic. Thank you everyone who competed. Thank you everyone who helped out. I think it was an awesome day. I really do. I enjoy tournaments. I've always enjoyed tournaments, and we always have tournaments at the dojo. The format we've got them in at the moment is a little bit driven by COVID. In that, yesterday we could only have a maximum of 65 people inside at any given time, and we were getting really close to that quite a bit of the day, which meant that I was having to continually keep things moving, pushing people outside, juggling things around. So thank you for everyone who, parents and that, who waited patiently outside while their kids were inside. I understand everyone loves to see their kids competing, and we would have loved to have more people here, but it is tricky. So anyway, I feel the day went really well. There's a lot you get out of competition. I've always enjoyed competition. Whether you win or lose, you're always learning through competition. So when you win, fantastic. When you lose, then you learn. And we gain a lot. We gain resilience and determination and a work ethic. And there's a lot of things, a lot of positive benefits that come out of competition. And, I understand people sometimes would like to do better. Sometimes they might feel that, that a decision didn't go their way. But, that's part of competition, and part of, as a martial artist, we always want to, do our absolute best, but then also be respectful and to the judges and everything else. And it was great to see all the great sportsmanship and that from all the young kids and the parents at the tournament. Running an event like that is difficult, and there's always going to be winners and losers. So if you're doing your best, then that's what in my eyes makes you a winner, regardless of the place you get. And for the tournament, for this format we're running, where we have the everyone divided up into groups, then there's always going to be someone at the top of the group and someone at the bottom of the group. And the person at the bottom of the group may be in the next group. In the next group they may have been at the top of the group. So it's a way of us giving everyone an opportunity to come along, give it a go, and compete. And look, most of the feedback I've had is positive. Everyone's not always going to be happy. Most of the feedback I've had has been really positive. If you do have feedback about how we could make it better, or any concerns you have, or anything else, please let me know. I'm always striving to do things the absolute best we can. And this format really came out of necessity in some ways, in having to have smaller groups and working out how I could organize it so we didn't end up with big divisions, and this is one way to do that. But having said that, I like the concept how we're running it. It's not to say we can't refine it further. There are some negatives there that it does mean that if people might like to compete in, say, a weapons division or point sparring, that we're not offering all of those. So I'm looking at having a regular tournament where we'll just have first, second and third places. People just enter the divisions they want to go in, perhaps towards the end of the year. But we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed the competition. There is going to be a national, there's a big truck just going by. There is going to be a national all-styles tournament later on in the year. The one that was meant to be happening a couple of weeks ago was cancelled because of COVID. So if you enjoyed the competition, I'm going to be getting you information about that, and hopefully we'll get some competitors along to that. we'll see about the timing and whether we can have our event after that or before that, if we're going to have another event later on in the year. But anyway, thanks everyone for coming along and competing. For me, it was, a little bit of a stressful day having so many people here and trying to stick to all our COVID stuff, with all the restrictions suddenly changing. I know a lot of the kids were really disappointed when we had to cancel the tournament when it was originally going to be held and move it to this date. So I was really determined that, one way or another we were going to go ahead. And I think it worked. I feel like having the outdoor area here, which I'm sitting in right now, is just a fantastic asset to have, during these times where it's really tricky. It meant we could have lots of parents and that all sitting around. I don't know that some people's public distancing was perhaps 100% up to scratch, but I think we're pretty lucky as well, being in Geelong, that there's been no cases for a very long time as well. Us, everybody, looking forward to seeing everyone at the dojo, and us